Namaste, this is Sahara Rose, and welcome back to the Highest Self podcast, a place where we discuss what makes you your soul's highest evolvement. I want to start this episode by saying Jai Gurudev, which is a universal salutation that means that this knowledge comes from the many teachers that have come before me, specifically the Vedic teachers, the gurus who have passed on this Vedic tradition for millennia, and it comes through me as a channel through source energy, and it does not come from me, but rather through me. So this is really paying an acknowledgement for the people who've passed this tradition down. And what I'd like to speak about today is a subject that I'm so passionate about, especially right now, which is the difference between these three words: karma, dharma, and kriya. So most of us have heard the first word, karma, but we're not familiar with what it actually means. The second word, dharma, is one that some of us might be familiar with, Dharma, and it is our purpose, our life's path. The third word, Kriya, is one that very few of us are familiar with, and if we are, we're only familiar with only the Kundalini adaptation of it, but what the word Kriya really means, which is effortless flow or boundless action. So in today's episode, I want to discuss what these three words truly mean and how it impacts you becoming your highest self. So the word karma, when we think about it, we think what goes around comes around, or karma's a bitch, or if you do this, something bad will happen to you. If you do something good will happen to you. That's karma, right? Actually, this is not at all what karma means. Karma is the universe's way of setting you on the path towards your dharma, your life's purpose. So karma is basically the bounded action. It's the universe playing back towards you, allowing you to either flow or putting blocks against you if you're not going on the path of your dharma, your life's purpose. So we were each born, as I discuss in all of the episodes, with a very specific purpose here on this planet. And that purpose is something that only we can achieve based off of our upbringing and our skills and our interests and every characteristic about us. Only we can fulfill this dharma. And it can be something from raising a specific child to be a certain way, to creating a business that affects other people, to creating art in this world, or being a thought leader, or whatever it is. That's your dharma. And when you don't listen to your dharma, you go off into doing a job that might pay you materially better but doesn't spiritually fulfill you. That's when karma gets involved. And karma is basically the gatekeeper. And it's saying, no, you're straying off your path and you need to get back into action. So I like to think of it as if you were born on a road. And at the end of this windy, windy road is your dharma, your life's purpose. So as you're driving down the road, you're going, you're flowing, and then suddenly you go to high school and you're told you have to become a doctor, become a lawyer, be this, be that. So you start steering kind of off your direction of what you were actually put on this planet to do because society gets in your way. So then you begin to forget and you begin to lose yourself and you go further and further off your plan. And you take a job because it's easy, or because you knew someone that works there, or because you didn't want to stretch past your own physical conditionings or what you were comfortable with. So at the beginning, how karma works is karma starts to nudge you very gently, and it says, no, this isn't the way you're supposed to be going. And it begins with a little tap. And that tap can be showing up as like you're not feeling joyful anymore. You're just not feeling blissful. That's the first way that it shows up, because life should be joyful. You should feel in joy all the time, which sounds like how can you be happy all the time? But it's a different kind of happiness than like Christmas morning. It's this feeling of contentment, and that's something that you should always be experiencing. So it begins in this feeling of just you're not happy. And then when you go further off your path, further off your Dharma, you take that job, you forget who you are, you stop doing the things that you love, it begins to shake you up a little more, and it turns into nudges of, you're not going the right way. Come on, what are you doing? You're not following your purpose. You were brought in this incarnation to do this certain thing, and you're forgetting. And then when you continue to not listen to karma's nudges and taps and pushes, it turns into a slap in the face. And it can manifest as a car accident or a catastrophe happening or a 1 in a million, disease or something that literally needed to wake you up. Otherwise, you wouldn't realize what it is that you're forgetting. And for some of us, it takes those life-shattering experiences to realize who we truly are and get back on our path. Eckhart Tolle is a great example of that. He was super depressed and then realized that through being present, he can heal that. And now is, probably the most famous author on being mindful and present. So sometimes it takes a catastrophe to get you off your path, but sometimes the catastrophe happens and you don't listen. And you say, oh my God, I'm so unlucky. How could that have happened to me? Why did this horrible thing happen? The earth doesn't protect me. And you begin to send out more negative energy and more fear and more distrust with the universe's plan. And that begins to create more and more negative experiences for you. And that's when your life feels like a shit show, basically. And it's just one tragedy to the next, and one bad relationship to another, and one horrible job to the next one. And nothing seems to be going your way. And unfortunately, many people lead their lives this way. And they think that this is the only way to exist on this planet, that life is supposed to be a struggle and life is supposed to be hard, because oftentimes that's what our parents tell us, because that's what they've experienced for themselves. And I want to tell you that that's not true. If life is going hard, then there's something you're doing that is off. When you're not following your Dharma, things feel difficult because karma is trying to wake you up. And sometimes it takes a cheating partner or a horrific job or a horrible boss or getting kicked out of your house to make you realize where you're truly supposed to be. And I think we've all experienced a moment like that. Which brings me to the last word, Kriya, which is a word that I love so much that I want to get it tattooed on me in Sanskrit. The word Kriya means effortless flow. It is boundless action, while karma is bounded action. Kriya is when we're going down that path towards our Dharma and we're on cruise control. And life is just in flow and synchronicity surrounds us. Magical coincidences are everyday experiences. Things are happening to us that cannot be explained. If you listen to episode 14 on the episode of How I Met Deepak Chopra, this is a prime example of Kriya in action. Kriya is when you are finally following the path of Dharma and the universe is thanking you. And it is giving you the next steps that you need to take. And emails are showing up in your inbox of exactly who you need to talk to and what they need to say. And you go to an event and you meet the right person at the right time who truly makes a lifelong impact in your life. This is Kriya. After I met Deepak Chopra, when the magical flow happened, he wrote the foreword of my book and asked me to join Jayo, and things were moving so fast, and it was the first time that I truly, truly felt this Kriya, that it was in a way that I couldn't explain. So after it happened, I emailed him and I asked him, is life always supposed to be this way? Are we supposed to always be in flow? And he said, of course. If you're not, then something's wrong. And this is something I think about every single day, because we live in a society where it tells us that life is supposed to be hard and that be a good person so good things happen back to you. And it actually, that's only one part of the equation. But when you're in your Dharma, you're naturally a good person. When you're at a high vibration, you're not doing good things to someone so karma helps you back. You're doing it because you are pure light. There's no reciprocity that you're looking for. It's coming from a full state of abundance. And that's the state that I wish and know that all of you are capable of. So Dharma, purpose, the light at the end of the tunnel, the dream, the vision. And that dream was given to you for a reason, because only you can fulfill it. No one else was given your dream. I want to repeat that. No one else was given your dream. Only you can give that unique flavor based on your life experiences and who you are on a vibrational level. That the world will not be fulfilled if you don't live up to that Dharma and don't recognize it. So by you becoming your highest self, you are helping the world. I always said, I want to help the world. All I want to do is help the world. Since I was a little kid, that's all I wanted to do. And I thought that meant just joining the Peace Corps and dedicating my life to service. And now I've realized that I'm helping the world by me owning up to what makes me my highest self. And you're going to impact more people when you're vibrating at that frequency. Dharma. And if life's not feeling that way, that's okay. Recognize it. Don't judge it. Because judgment, I've realized, for many of us, especially in this day and age, is the number one block to high vibration. And it's something that even I do every single day. We all do it. We walk around and without even noticing it, we look at people, we say, she's fat, her hair looks like this, she looks like that. We all have that voice inside our head that's judging. For some, it's louder, and for some, it's almost gone. But to increase your vibration, the intention I want you to set for yourself that's the same as mine is do not judge anyone for anything. Because we don't know what that person has experienced. And everyone is operating from their highest level of vibration at that moment. So we can't judge that they haven't evolved yet. And we must not think that we're superior to them either, because we've had more opportunities to do transformational work. For many people, this luxury has not been given to them because it's truly a luxury. So we cannot say, oh, that person's homeless, they deserve it, they did drugs. Oh, that girl's dressed like this, she's asking for it, she's a slut. Oh, he shouldn't have done this, no wonder his company collapsed. We cannot judge anyone, because every time we are judging someone, we're lowering our own vibration. After you gossip, how do you feel? It's not good. You think that putting people down will make you feel better, but it really doesn't. It makes you feel crummy afterwards. And that crumminess lingers on your energy. And I think most of us at this level who are listening to this podcast are not gossipers, but there are so many ways that we still let judgments pass through our lips that we know we should not be saying. All of us are guilty of it. And all of this work that we do of noticing our thoughts, our language, everything that comes through us is allowing us to reach our Dharma and fulfill our planet and lead more beautiful lives and assist others to do the same, because I truly believe at the core of all of us is a healer. Let go of judgment. Let go of anything that is not true. Oof. The white lies we say on a daily basis. Little things. Each of those little things adds up and lowers our frequency. There's no purpose for it. Because any lie you tell is energetically exhausting. Because in your mind now you have to figure out a story to keep that up. And you become stuck in the story. And when you're stuck in the story, you're not seeing things as they are. Truth, sat. So all of this work that we do, this inner transformational work, it's all for a higher purpose. And you cannot reach that higher purpose unless you do those little things. You can meditate, you can chant, you can do anything. But if you walk out of there and you're judging that person who walked by you in the street, it's meaningless. Kriya. You will fall into Kriya when you're vibrating at the level of that energy that you want to attract. You know, a lot of these new age things, they say like, just chant the affirmation, I am abundant, I am abundant. You can chant I am abundant all you want, but if you're not vibrating at the frequency of abundance, your words aren't going to believe you. Everything that we are experiencing is a reflection of our vibration. And when we let go of all of the little things that are holding us back, we rise up and the world around us shifts. The people around us shift. Those same negative people change. It's beautiful. People that you would have never believed could be into this sort of stuff will open up to it. Trust me. The fact that my dad is reading my book is pure evidence. But you have to remember that it starts with you. You can huff, you can puff, you can try to force someone to become some way, and it doesn't matter. You need to change yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, people won't believe in you. If you're met with confrontation, there's confrontation within yourself. Look at everything around you as a lesson of what your soul needs to learn for its highest evolvement at this moment. If a thought keeps coming in your mind, question why. Be your own psychotherapist. And instead of pushing it out the door, oh, don't think about those things. Ask yourself, why is this coming up? And let yourself go down the rabbit hole, because only through going down the rabbit hole can we end up on the other side and see the light. Kriya, flow. It's when you're going down a stream and you don't need to pedal anymore. And life is meant to be lived that way. Yes, of course, you're always going to have to steer yourself in the right direction. But you can let go and surrender too. Action is not a bad thing. Action is a great thing when it's in the path of your Dharma. But action without purpose is meaningless, and it's swimming upstream. And things will keep getting harder and harder when you're working, but it really means nothing. And that's when burnouts happen. Burnouts do not happen when you're in Dharma, because when you are in Kriya, there's an infinite amount of life force inside of you. creativity is flowing through. You don't want to take a break. You don't want to escape. You want to keep on living in your truth. Like I explained in the episode about why I wanted to come back from a beautiful vacation in Europe, because I'm in Kriya right now. And no massage can feel better than that. Purpose. Something richer than any amount of dollar bills. So I'm thinking about leading a program called Doshas and Dharma. And in this program, it will be kind of a group coaching program where we discuss how our dosha that we are born with, our Vata, Pitta, Kapha, is related to our Dharma, our life's purpose, and how you were born with the dosha constitution based off of what you need to fulfill in life. And this is something that I have been studying and have found so much wisdom and truth to. And it's something that really no one talks about. And I want to dive in, and I want to take a group of you guys with me. So I'm just setting it out there in the universe. My book just launched on Tuesday, so I don't know when exactly it will be, but it's something that I'm putting out there because I'm really feeling like this is the work right now that I need to be doing. Showing people that they were born exactly with the tools they need to fulfill their highest purpose. So if you're interested in this program, in iTunes, leave me a review and tell me. I would love to do the Doshas and Dharma program, and so I'll know. And leaving a review in iTunes is just so helpful. So we can get this word out and help more people and shift the vibration of the entire planet. Because as I said, Jai Guru Dev, this isn't from me, this is from a higher source. If you haven't gotten my book yet, The Idiot's Guide to Ayurveda, I highly recommend getting it. The last section is all about spirituality and the doshas, how we have koshas, which are layers outside of our body: intuitive body, bliss body, pranayam body, physical body, and what these all mean and how you can perceive things that are happening to you before they manifest in physical form by being in touch with these bodies outside of us. I discussed the chakras, how they relate to our doshas. I really go deep into the more spiritual work of Ayurveda that people don't talk about as much. So please get the book, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, wherever books are sold. And if you loved the book, leave a review on Amazon. It would truly mean the world to me and the world to the planet. So thank you so much for being there, and may you always live in your Kriya. Namaste.